going on, everybody? My name is SpinShootImpress and/or Brandyn. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 21. We're fucking out here, brother.
21.
So I've gained quite a few subscribers since the last episode, and some people may be watching this video and asking, well, what the fuck is Real Sensitive Guy Hours? Well, Real Sensitive Guy Hours is an adult podcast where four dude bros pretend that they have an inkling of an idea what they're talking about. No conversation topic, no matter the level of absolute degeneracy, is off topic.
Absolute walnuttery.
We talk about fucked up shit in here. Join Brandyn,
everything.
Oliver, Travis, and Will as they go down the rabbit hole of ruining their potential political careers in the newest episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This episode, though, we've got kind of a twist. We had some homework to do, which Travis will pick up from here.
Yeah, so last show, if you haven't tuned into that yet, I read my letter that I wrote to myself my senior year of high school, and it was to be delivered to me 5 years later, so it showed up to my house the other day. And I basically read a letter to myself that I had written 5 years ago, and I made a bucket list as well 5 years ago. So we decided that on this show, we would write a letter to ourselves 5 years from today, and then also to ourselves 10 years from today, and remake for me, and first time make possibly for these three, a bucket list. Yeah. So without further ado, here's my 5-year letter. Letter to 5 year from now, Travis. Dear Travis, do what you love. Things are hard right now in the world. We're being forced to stay inside and everything is uncertain. Remain positive and cling to whatever you have that's stable. Also know that wherever you end up and whatever you're doing, you will be okay. Your problems can and will always be solved, as long as you actively keep working hard and bettering yourself. When I make it through this, I know I'll be able to handle anything. I know you will still feel the same. So I kept that one kind of short and sweet.
Cool.
This one's a little longer for my 10-year self.
Mine are too.
This is what I was thinking. Yeah, like my 5-year self, that's like kind of soon. I mean, thinking about high school to now doesn't feel like that long ago. But my one to my 10-year self.
Feels so long ago.
We'll get into this.
To you, man. It's like so long ago and like yesterday at the same time. Like yesterday we were moving in together into fucking 326.
Bro, don't even.
But anyway, to my 10-year self, dear Travis, hopefully you have had a son by now. If not, keep trying. I think all the time about how amazing it would be to see my child and my incredible wife for the first time. No, not my wife, child. And all of the love and pride that my heart will feel. Give them an incredible life. Be someone they can learn from, but also someone they can talk to. Keep in touch with mom and dad as much as possible. I gave you so many great examples of parenting to follow. Visit Nora in jail once in a while. Just kidding. Don't lose contact with the good family members. Please others and radiate happiness, and make sure you're happy as well. I know you are, and that you always will.
Damn, that's some good shit right there. I fucked with that.
Deep. This is getting deep. I knew it was gonna happen.
And then my bucket list. I kept my bucket list kind of short and sweet, and I actually like transferred up a couple from my old bucket list that I haven't done yet that I still actually want to accomplish. So I've got Stop a Crime from my old one. I've also got Punch a Furry. I want to keep those two on there. So be a millionaire. I don't care if it's like for a very brief period in my life and then I have to like spend it on some big thing, but like, I don't know. I want to have $1 million solid dollars once in my life. Visit Germany. That's a good one. I almost got the opportunity to go in high school, and unfortunately the trip ended up getting canceled because there weren't enough students that wanted to go.
Damn.
I was like so heartbroken that people didn't want to get like, it was like $3,000 and it covered everything for the trip. Drinking age was 16, so you could literally go fucking drink at bars. Like, why do people not want to do this?
Yeah.
But I really want to go still. I've never been out of America, and that would be the first place I'd want to go. And then I have one more. I just have 2 sons.
There you go.
Okay with one, but I also don't want him to shoulder the burden that I have to shoulder, you know?
I just realized how lighthearted this is gonna be, you know?
Dude, it's as deep as fuck, bro. I'm like already like shook by Travis's.
I thought we were going deep, man. I dug. I was in my feels today.
I wrote mine yesterday.
Who's next?
It's Brandyn Payne.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to go, I mean, you can.
So I kind of did the opposite. I kind of went really hard for my 5 years. To me, in 5 years, I've learned so many lessons thus far within my journey of growing into a better person. My hope is that I have learned to be less selfish and be in a position that I can help others in a substantial way. I hope to have the same hunger and passion for my craft, but for those around me. I truly value hard work and becoming the best version of myself and attaining an acceptable standard in what I do. My hope is to become much more compassionate in the future so I can truly love the people who have given me so much. So that's my 5 years.
Wow, dude, this is getting deep as fuck.
And then for my 10 years, me in 10 years. Holy shit, you old fuck. 33? Jesus Christ, I didn't think I'd live past 16 at one point.
Oh,
not because I was going to die or anything. I just couldn't have fathomed living for that long. Hope you haven't lost your hair. That'd suck, dick. On a real note, I hope you have become a great father and you are giving your kids the mindset, skills, and love to absolutely conquer this world. Whatever journeys have taken you to the place where you are now, remember, never regret anything. You're a dope dude. And then I have 20 things onto my bucket list, and everybody's going to fucking roll their eyes for the first couple.
All right.
Hit 1 million subscribers.
Oh my god.
Hit 1 million Twitter followers. Get verified on Twitter.
I said $1 million, man, so don't worry about it.
Sure.
I'm hoping that kind of coincides as well as like the clout gives me cash.
True.
Join phase. So those are the ones you're supposed to roll your eyes at.
Join phase.
Donate a large sum of money to someone who needs it. Donate a large sum of money to an organization that needs it. Go skydiving again. Maybe not tandem this time. Build a computer with my kid. Play video games with my kid. Have a personal chef. Meet Gordon Ramsay. Cook with him and get absolutely roasted by him. Meet Jim Carrey because it's fucking Jim Carrey. Learn how to skateboard. Go in a sensory deprivation tank. Bungee jump. Get absolutely yoked. Have fuck you money. Make sure my mom has to never worry about money. Be a good dad. Find a good mother for my children. Those are my 20. Top 20.
Get absolutely yoked, dude. I meant to put that on my bucket list. Fuck.
Dude, you would look so fucking hot with like a goddamn beard, and you're just like
just a caveman, the complete caveman look.
Oh shit!
So I went super hardcore on the 5 year compared to the 10 year.
Okay,
So
looks like everybody's taking a different route.
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the Oliver fucking
5 year one. I like kind of roast myself a little bit, but it's kind of wholesome.
Okay.
So I say 5 years from now, Oliver. Hello, Oliver. Hope by now you've started your career. ... You look back and realize all the hard work you've done has got you where you are today. Don't have regrets because you can't change the past. Live in the moment as much as possible because you never know how long it's going to last. Keep hold of your values because that's what makes you who you are and builds your character. Don't settle for what's easy because if it was easy, there wouldn't be a phrase for it. Be who you are and don't let people shape you because that's something you should keep hold because it's yours. P.S. Enjoy your 20s.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was my 5 year one. This is my 10 year one. Hey, bro. Please say you're working at ESPN. I could literally fucking scream. You're a hard worker, and I can't believe you made a boyhood dream come to life. I'm proud of you. Remember, still enjoy the moments, just like you were a little kid watching fireworks for the very first time and how amazed and amused you were. Please say by now you have a niece, because all I have is nephews. I want to see all my siblings get married, and I hope I'm married as well. That was about 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you're gonna be showered with kids with all those siblings.
Bro. There
Bro.
are so many
So
fucking
this is my
cousins.
bucket list. So this is my bucket list. My top 20 bucket list. Learn the stock market and how to make money from it. Travel / go to Sicily. My mom's dad is from Sicily, so my ancestors are from there. So I like to go visit. Learn to play bass guitar. Go to Oktoberfest in Germany.
Ooh.
Go to Dubai, which is one of the richest islands in the world. Visit the Auschwitz Museum. Attend Olympics / World Cup, which I might be able to do in 2026 because the World Cup's in the U.S. Be an audience member at Saturday Night Live.
That's a good one too.
Hey.
See some of the eight wonders of the world. Practice public speaking so it becomes easy and I don't have to think about it. Work for ESPN. That's my dream job. Join the Mile High Club. Pay off student loans. Attend Mardi Gras. Go / visit all 50 states. Learn to speak German. Meet Pele, who is widely considered the best soccer player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Travel in a hot air balloon. Win the lottery. See all my siblings get married.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
You're just so wholesome.
Yeah.
Did you say 8 wonders of the world or 7?
The one that some people say there's 8, some people say there's 7. So like whatever's
motto, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, the thing that popped out to me most from that is that Oliver with an instrument, like Oliver learning an instrument, that's too much sexual energy, man.
I was about to say that would create too much sexual tension at a party.
His looks, he's yoked. And
Bro,
then
he'd just make every single ovary explode instantly.
Bro.
We would need to bring Wet's floor signs to every party for sure.
I'd have to bring my floaties if I knew that was happening.
William Le Conqueror.
That's me. All right. So in the first few sentences of each one for my 5 and 10 year, I kind of mention us. So here we go. Dear William, this is my 5-year one. Dear William, what's going on, man? Hopefully you get this in 5 years' time, like planned. This was an idea by your big, Brandyn, for the Real Sensitive Guy Hour podcast you all had, and hopefully you still have at this time. Give him a call or text him and talk to him if you haven't. And if not, remind him about this letter idea, and Oliver and Travis too. Remember to keep in touch with those kinds of friends. They don't come around often. Back to the letter to you, myself. By now, you should have your own place while working your dream career with either the National Park Service or somewhere in sports history. Don't forget about your passion and heart for this subject. I want to also ask how that master's in sports degree is going, man. Remember, I'm you, so I know sometimes can be tough on us, but we have persevered through it all. So don't ever quit because sometimes times can be tough on us. Did I double back on myself? We have persevered through it all, so don't ever quit because times can get tough. You're a wrestler and a hockey player, man. Plus, you've been through way worse. Remember, we don't quit. I also expect you to have a dog and a girlfriend by now. Treat them well, man. But between you and me, love the dog more because they have a less likely chance of leaving you if shit hits the fan.
True.
Make sure to say hi to mom and dad for me. Finally, you and I have been through a lot in our 30 years of living on this earth. But don't forget who you are, where you came from, or who your friends are.
You're gonna be fucking 30 when this when you read this again?
I'm gonna be turning 25 in November.
Damn.
Are they? Don't forget who you are, where you came from, or who your friends are. They are the most important things in your life. Take your time, and everything will work out. I love you, man. I'll see you later. All right,
Damn.
the 10-year one. Here we go. Hey, man. Wow, 10 fucking years. That's crazy. You remember that letter I sent you 5 years ago? Well, here's another. You can thank your big for this idea, too. You might want to yell at him a little bit for having to write 2 letters. By now, you should have gotten that master's and still be working in the National Park Service or have moved on into a career in sports history, hopefully at the National Hockey League Hall of Fame. By now, though, you probably have your own house or a family or both on your own. I wanted to ask how the wedding was and who you finally picked to be the best man. Was it Danny? Was it Brandon? Was it Kindred? Who was it? No. Don't forget to tell your wife and kids, Easton, the son, and whatever you name the girl, about all the crazy adventures you went on by yourself and with your friends to let them know their dad wasn't lame. Give your wife a kiss for me, too. Hopefully you and your friends still have that podcast going on and going strong. If not, give them a call and meet up with them soon if they're close by. You probably live near Brandon anyway, since you all talked about it at the Devonshire while you were in college. Hopefully you're still watching sports.
10.
Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Of course you are. Have the Capitals won another cup since I wrote this? If so, take a shot. Again, I wish mom and dad are doing well and your pets are too. Maybe by now you've gotten a chance to complete some things on your bucket list. If not, peace and love, man. Take care. I'll see you around.
Hypothetical situation. First of all, fucking fantastic. That was adorable. Hypothetical situation. We're doing this for 10 years. We're on episode 541.
Holy shit.
If we don't miss any episodes.
All right, so on to my bucket list. On to the bucket list. All right, so some of these are a little cliche, but some of these you guys might learn some things about me from it. Visit every hockey arena in the NHL. I've always wanted to do that. I've only been to 2 as of right now, and those are the one in DC and then the one up in Pittsburgh. So I want to visit them all because I think they're great. 2, visit the National Hockey League Hall of Fame in Toronto, or just better yet, work for them. I would love that. Is 100% my dream job, working for the National Hockey League Hall of Fame, because it's sports history. Go on a road trip with the boys. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Ride an elephant. I would love to ride an elephant. It was either an elephant or a camel, but I picked elephant.
Rhino. I want to ride a rhino.
See Notre Dame get rebuilt and then go visit it. It was very tragic when that happened, especially someone in the sports or the historic preservation field. That thing has been around for like thousands of years, and it got burnt down, and they have to rebuild everything from the ground up. And it sucks to see a wonder. It's not even a 7th wonder of the world. It's just a wonder in my eyes. I would love to see they get rebuilt. I want to visit Tokyo.
Get their happiness back up, man.
Yeah, I want to go visit Tokyo. I want to visit Victoria Island, Canada. That place is gorgeous. If anyone watching this podcast has never seen a picture of it, like, just go onto Google and just type in Victoria Island, Canada, and you'll be amazed at how beautiful it is. I want to meet the Dalai Lama. I don't know why. I just feel like that would be kind of dope. Meet like His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. That would be so great. Teach your son or daughter or both how to play hockey. I didn't really do that. My dad taught me baseball, but I fell in love with the sport of hockey, so I want to pass that on to my kids in some way, shape, or form. I want to smoke a cigar with somebody famous. I just always thought of that as a cool way to get to know somebody. Buy your dream car, Nissan GTR R34. Those things are monsters. I freaking love those. Go ghost hunting in a haunted place for one whole night. It's an adrenaline-seeking thing.
You went to college at a haunted town.
I mean, true. I've partied in a haunted place.
I was about to say, you probably lived in a haunted place, bro.
Yeah, true. But I'm talking about like an insane asylum or something like that, an abandoned one. I want to get that master's degree in sports history. I want to forge a sword. Like, I just feel like putting all your time and effort into like doing that, like, it just takes so much out of you, but you come up with like the greatest reward being that like, I made this. I want to hold a baby kangaroo, a little Joey. I think they're freaking adorable. I want to go to Norway. That is just a beautiful place. Number 17 has got me geeking a little bit. Meet a dragon. I don't know why I put that in there. I want to meet a dragon, dude.
How inebriated were you when you wrote this?
Pretty bad. I want to win the lottery. I want to have an adventure in a rainforest. And then finally, I want to have a son, but I also want to have a daughter. I want the son to be the oldest, so that way he can protect his little sister. But
Respect.
I want both, so I can watch both of them grow up to be happy.
Respect to all. Respect to all.
Respect to all.
Love.
So this bit, I don't know why we didn't think of this. This bit is not funny. it's not anything crazy. It's not gonna get views on YouTube, but it was definitely very wholesome. I will say that.
Wholesome dog.
We were the real sensitive guys.
We're sensitive as fuck.
We were real
Wholesome.
sensitive.
Keanu Reeves Chungus.
I feel like we're all gonna be great dads. You know?
Once we
Oh yeah, dude. I can imagine myself, my 33-year-old dad self.
I just thought about that the other day. You know, I was in the
You're
shower
not
and I
that
was
far
like,
from being a dad.
well, so I'm like grinding at this whole YouTube thing every single day, and I'm like, you know, eventually, like this could become a career of mine. And then I kind of got onto the thinking that, like, what if my friends have kids? What if I have kids? It's just gonna be fucking insane. Like, I partied with these cunts.
yeah.
Imagine
guess what?
that backyard barbecue.
When we're older, we'll all have barbecues come over, be like, you want a beer? Be like, I fucking
Dude,
want a beer.
our barbecues are gonna be turned.
Bro, it's gonna be so bad. It's like, where did Uncle Travis and Uncle Will go?
They went for a walk.
We're not related.
No,
I like that. I like the uncle idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
dude,
three of you are gonna be uncles to my
your
kids,
best
no matter what.
friend's kid has to call, like, you got to call their best friend uncle.
Yeah,
I do that. I
It's
call
like
my
the mom's
my
best friend. You
call
call
my-
aunt.
yeah, one of my dad's like really good friends from college. We're really close. His son is like my best friend, so we call him his dad my uncle, even though he's not. So.
Yeah.
Exactly. See,
dude,
you all
those
have that
backyard
guy.
barbecues are gonna be too freaking wild though, because then we'll all reminisce on like college days, and we'll have to like ask our wives, like, can I just go crazy for one night, and you like just take care of the kids and all that.
Damn.
No, I'm gonna beat my wife into submission. Honestly.
Okay. Oliver, you said you had a topic?
My mom beats me.
Oliver, you said you had a
beats me.
topic?
I do. So
That was a
I don't
joke,
know
by the
why
way.
I thought about this, but I was on Snapchat and somehow I got this idea. So since you guys were born, what do you think, or what do you remember, has been like the biggest event that's happened since you were born? Could be like 9/11, could be like a famous sports player doing something crazy, could be something you remember, you resonate with.
Okay. Something I have like a really good memory of that was huge.
Yeah.
I have two. Okay.
Or
I
anyone
need
wants
to
to
think,
start?
so somebody else hop.
Okay, so the first one I remember was winning my first championship in hockey. That was especially hard for me because it took me like 3 years to grinding and like working my ass off to win my first one, and I was insanely happy. I was crying.
I think
it was
he's
even-
talking about world events. Am I
talking about
correct in
world
this?
You can do personal if you want.
If we want to do world events, I remember 9/11.
Do you remember it like
Wait, that's the
Tuesday?
obvious one.
I do. I was in. What was it? I believe it was either. See, I would have been 5.
Oh, yeah, you're a little older than us.
6. I would have been 6, so I would have been in I would have been in kindergarten or first grade, and I lived in Quantico at the time. So I was right by the
shit.
Marine base, and I went to a Catholic school. So I remember going in that morning and sitting down, ready for morning announcements, and then they tell everybody to turn on the TVs, and it gets crazy, and we don't know what to do. So they start telling people like, okay, your parents are going to come pick you up. Everybody's going to be fine. And then we all go out and we go get in our parents' cars. And one kid is freaking out because he can't find his dad, because his dad is usually the one that picks him up. And we later find out that his dad, what they had done, the Marine base had done, is they had sent snipers into the forest that surround major buildings and schools and hospitals to protect the kids. And his dad was in the forest right outside of our school, looking at him through a sniper scope to make sure that he was okay and safe.
Jeez.
And then I found out that my dad was like driving past the Pentagon when it got hit.
Oh,
and
shit.
that was pretty scary. And I think the second big thing, it's not really a world event, but I remember the day that I found out that the year I was born is the same year that Pokemon came out and like became Pokemon. So like I hold myself to that, and I say that to little kids that like Pokemon. It's like, you want to hear a fun fact? I'm as old as Pokemon.
That's
They're like,
hilarious.
No, you're not.
That's so funny.
I am.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I don't know, man. This is so
I
tough.
I kind of have two as well. They're not. So I'll go if you guys want to keep thinking.
Go ahead.
This will be something. This will be a huge world event. We'll remember. Number one, the pandemic. Number two, the riots. There was also riots in the past, man. This has happened multiple times. I remember it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember what year this happened. I want to say it was a late or like from 2000 to 2009. I think it was like 09 or 08 it happened. It was when Barack Obama ordered to kill what's his name?
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, bin Laden. I woke up from a nap.
Bin
Like I
Laden.
was sleeping. I woke up from a nap and looked on the news, and I didn't like really give a shit about politics or the news back then. It was 09 or 08. And I was like,
what an army man sniping
it
a
was like,
terrorist?
oh
That was
shit, like
good.
it was all over the news, and I was like, what the fuck? Like this is wild shit. Like this is crazy.
I was like, we should get off of school for this, because I woke up in the morning and I saw that shit. And I was like, it should be a national holiday.
Dude, that was wild. Also, what another one that I really remember very vividly. I was still in high school. I think I took GT World History, so I was at least a junior, maybe a sophomore. It was right after the Boston Marathon bombing.
Yeah, dude, I thought of
Yeah,
that.
that was really sad. Like we talked about it like all like first couple of periods. It was wild.
I remember that as well. I just don't think that all of these like when something blows up and it's like a main talking point among everybody, I don't really become invested, because most of the time everybody doesn't know what happens through it all.
And then it's also like the 24-hour news cycle. Like these events literally like disappear into obscurity.
Yeah, they definitely do. You
It's
go
not
on to
something
thinking
like
about the new
9/11.
thing.
9/11 isn't a holiday, but it is a holiday, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like everybody acknowledges 9/11 because like that was a huge world event.
Same
It's like
D-Day.
Pearl Harbor. It's that
D-Day.
like level. It's like
D-Day.
yeah,
all
the
that.
bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Like they're all on the same level.
Yeah. And it's crazy because they're world events, but the reason that they become memorable is because they were massive moments, and they become quote unquote holidays, or things that people remember, or things that people acknowledge in that sense.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take this into a degenerate direction. Is that okay?
Do
you
it.
want to talk about what's going on? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
We already know we just
So,
don't know. I just don't know enough to say anything on that.
I think we kind of have to say something now that it was kind of brought up, and I think if you guys disagree with me, I want to make pretty much the only statement that we'll say on it. If you guys disagree with me,
I'll make a statement.
Hit it.
Black lives matter too. Everybody's lives matter. Asian people's lives matter. Everybody's lives matter. Here's the thing. Us being indifferent to this whole thing is not enough. Speak up, donate, sign petitions, do everything you can. It's not acceptable anymore to just be like, oh, well, vote out the politician. Do what you can. You don't have to donate money, but donate your time. Do something. Other than that, I like to think that this podcast takes you away from all the problems that you have in your life, and I don't want to add
fucking corruption in the world.
Yeah, and I don't want to
Right.
add to that, but I definitely feel like it's important for us to say something about it.
My thing on it is I saw, crazy enough, I saw a TikTok that actually like made some sense about this whole situation. And I won't go into detail about the TikTok and all that, but what the main point of it was is that right now a certain race is being diminished. They're being like persecuted, they're being witch hunted, whatever word you want to use for whatever terminology, it applies to them, and that's what's going on with them. And before we can end like world racism with other races, with Indians, with Chinese, with white people, with black people, with all these different races, before we can fix world peace and world racism in that sense, we have to fix like racism towards the black community. I don't know how many people that have like helped me throughout the years, that have shown me like great generosity, kindness, whatever other words you want to use for it. And they turned out to be African American. These people are a great people. These people have culture that has ran like hundreds of thousands of years, and it's a shame to see the way that our culture, the way that our nation, some of the people inside of them view these people. And it makes me disgrace some days to be considered an American when you hear about how bad these people are getting treated. And this stuff needs to stop. 100%. Racism does need to stop. But before we can fix it as a whole, we have to focus on these people and helping them through this tough time, because they get persecuted more than anything else. If you want to argue with me that white privilege isn't a thing, there are hundreds of thousands of examples between that thing. And it was a comment from a comedian that I read. He's a white comedian, and he said George Floyd got arrested and pulled over because he used a counterfeit $20 bill in a shop, and he got killed. And then the white comedian says, I got pulled over and arrested for the same thing, for the same exact reason. I used a $20 counterfeit bill in a shop. They arrested me, took me in handcuffs. They gave me the $20 bill back and then let me go. If you don't want to say that that's not white privilege, then I'm sorry, but you need to be out of this country if you do not believe in that kind of thing. And again, last time, before we can fix world racism, we need to help out these people, these brothers and sisters, because they are important to this nation more than anybody else.
At the end of the day, we're all fucking humans. It doesn't matter. It's something that I've was just completely blind to, because my mother is always just like, you love everybody. It doesn't matter. You judge them by their character, not by what they look like.
Exactly.
And it's like, there's people in this world that are fucking disgusting ass racists that will literally kill somebody because of the way they look. It's fucked up. But
yeah, like how can you just not fuck with everybody until they give you a reason not to?
Literally.
Good motto.
Like I said, that's all we're gonna say on this. I want this to be an escape and not to reintroduce you back into the evils that are in this world. What moment at a party has made you go, I gotta go?
Oh my Lord, taking a turn.
It's either.
I mean, there's the obvious answer: the sirens coming down the street.
That's a good one.
Speaking of,
I was gonna say, when you know who has to hop on the aux and they can't not get on, and they can't not have.
Dude, actually, that will make me leave a party faster than sirens. Is somebody playing some ass music?
and some anus juice.
Bro, facts.
We're like, I'll go to like a party if I don't know anyone, just like make friends and mingle. But if it's not fun, I'm like, yeah, let's ditch. Like,
we're probably those people that are that annoying person that try to get on the aux, but we know what we're doing. All right.
Listen, play Mr. Brightside right fucking now.
We're trained professionals, okay?
I would say like when a chick, like a wasted chick, like tries to like make out with you, because like that's happened to me, and it's like, oh honey, no, what are you doing? Like, no, don't do this.
I hate when fucking wasted chicks, because for whatever reason I just get stuck with the aux. At least like in my final year in college, I hate
Yes.
when they come up to me and they're like, play this song, play that song, play this song. I'm like,
Oh my god.
shut the fuck up, number one.
Just
Yeah,
party.
enjoy
There are
yourself,
people
bitch.
who I will take requests from, and there are people who I will not take requests from.
Yes.
I pick a favorite.
Exactly.
I am picking favorites, and I'm allowed. I'm on the aux, man.
You got the. I put it on somebody else. I was like, I don't know who's on aux. Go ask him.
Yeah.
And I'll hide my phone.
In the pantry.
In the pantry.
So I think when I made this question up in my head, I was like, okay, what was my answer? I went to that moment at a party when everything's kind of dying down and everybody's almost fucking on the couches. Like there's like
I was literally about
yes.
to say that. When you think the party's about to turn into an orgy, that's when you go.
It's like
There
that
has been-
drowsiness, but it's like you still want to be there to see who's sticking around, but you're like vibing.
Or, I remember walking out of a party one time, and one of our brothers was like, playing tonsil hockey with this one chick, and it was tonsil hockey. Yeah, you've never heard that term, Ollie? Playing tonsil hockey with somebody? Hell yeah, buddy. But like he was just playing tonsil hockey with this chick, like really taking her to Mactown, and it was like a empowering moment. It's like, all right, buddy, let's go. And then it was also kind of like, this is fucking nasty. I need to leave. And then the second time is when uninvited guests show up to a private party.
Respect.
Yeah, because then you know it's not going to stop. It's
And they
literally like
say they know somebody there, and it's like you obviously do not. Like
that
get
is
the hell
like
out.
breaking the seal, dude. Once one uninvited guest shows up, word is going to spread that uninvited guests are allowed to show up, and fucking everyone's going to show up.
So we threw like a banger one time. It was an open party essentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
Endless fucking people showed up. There was like, how many people would you say were in our fucking house?
Probably 60 at one point. And that
this
was
is-
at the peak. This is when the random people were showing up too. These like random people who didn't go to our school.
Small
Just-
place.
We had none of us had ever seen before in our life show up, start like unpacking a fucking cigar on our fucking counter and just leaving their pile of tobacco
Hey,
there.
William, you're
I don't
messing with
think-
something inside.
I
your
don't
mic.
think we had ever experienced word of mouth travel that quickly at that particular
Bro,
moment.
Seriously.
I swear they came from the town over, I think, and then they started smoking weed on our fucking porch. We're like, you can't be doing that. We're trying not to
I
have the cops called
know.
on us.
They're like rolling it up in our kitchen. I'm like, dude. Not to mention, I got my wallet stolen that night.
To say like if you walk into a party, if you walk into a party and you don't notice one person immediately, all it has to be is one. If you don't notice one person immediately, please just get the fuck out of there as quick as you can.
If it's like big
GTFO.
though, I feel like I can like get in there and like.
Oh yeah,
Make some
if there's a crap ton of
Fucking
people
go,
there,
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
But if it's like
Uh,
4 people and I don't know them, I'm like, I don't know if I want to
Waste my time doing this. I could chill. I could
when
just be
girls
chilling,
start
drinking.
going too crazy,
I remember the
That
time that
happens
we
every
went
party.
to another fraternity's party that was a private party. I was told that it was an open party, and we went and it wasn't an open party.
It was like some important event going on that night, and we were like, just felt like such intruders.
They
Oh,
were.
no,
I felt like we were piercing us with lasers with their eyes.
I
Like,
don't
what
really.
the fuck are they
I
here?
cringed out.
I
of
don't know if I was
existence.
there.
I don't know if you were either, honestly. But that shit was.
what about when
Whew.
something goes wrong at a party?
Something usually that goes wrong is like people jumping off stumps and
Yeah,
like,
you
falling
said when
over
the
and
girls
hurting
get
themselves.
crazy. What about when the guys get crazy? We went to a
Oh
party
my
once
God.
where people were throwing this person's actual furniture into this big bonfire in the backyard.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jumping
god!
through the
I forgot
bonfire.
about that.
And
Wild.
some guy tripped on the frame of the couch and almost fell in the fire.
People were jumping over the fire, bro.
What?
They were
And
jumping
it was a
over
big ass bonfire. Like it was
Yeah.
insane. Dude, the couches when they burn, by the way, are super hot. I don't know if you guys knew this.
No
Oh my
shit.
god, we could not stand like within 20 feet of it, and people were legitimately jumping through it.
Yeah,
It
that
was wild sauce.
I don't think I've ever seen that many people at a party before. Like
Yeah,
there's
I don't think I've seen that many people crammed into that small of a house before, man.
it was
outside.
wild.
If you went inside, you couldn't move. And
It was-
outside there was like, it looked like a fucking music festival.
It was a
Everybody
sick
crowded around the
setup,
bonfire.
though. Like, this dude had a farm in the middle of fucking nowhere. Plenty of
Yeah, like
parking.
middle of a cornfield. Like you were not going to get a noise complaint if you fucking tried.
Yeah.
It's private
So what would
property.
your guys' like? I'd say like top 5, or let's go with top 3. Yeah, that's easy. Top 3 party tips. Like if you want to throw a banger, if you want to throw a great party, what are the top 3 things that every great party requires?
Well, number one,
Advertise. Man.
advertise it like shit, brother.
Girls, because parties aren't fun without girls. So girls.
Facts.
So you need to
you
you need to advertise to everybody. Everybody you
There's
know.
a lot of
You tell
logistics.
everybody.
Everyone you walk by on the street, man.
It's a lot of logistics. Just like advertising, supplying stuff,
Girls.
music.
Making sure that females will show up. Yes, you have to have some like guaranteed females that will come to your party.
Yep.
Boom.
Bro, that was one of the worst things about having the position that I held in the fraternity.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Bro, it was absolutely horrible because we would set up a party. We would set up a party and then you would talk to chicks and be like, okay, you guys said you're coming. What time are you going to be here? Party starts at 10, but they're like, oh, we're not going to be there till like 11:30. I'm like, what's the fucking point of coming if you're coming an hour and a half late?
And girls leave at like 12:30 every
Girls
time.
leave hell early,
Yeah, bro, they do.
I'm really
They're there for an
tired.
hour.
Or they already threw up and got embarrassed and had their friends take them home.
Like the thing is,
That's
like by 10
terrible.
o'clock,
Nothing worse
they're
than
ready.
that.
It's by 10 o'clock. They're usually ready. It's just they spend an hour and a half drinking on their own. It's like,
All right.
drink here.
Unbiased opinion.
But
Go ahead,
either
Trev.
way,
Either way,
you got to have the ratios.
gotta have ratio.
Unbiased opinion. Pre-games, I think, are more fun than the actual party. Unbiased opinion.
Yeah,
Unbiased
honestly, that's a
opinion.
tip too. Have a good pregame because you're not going to be in the partying mood, the hyped mood, if you don't have a great pregame.
If
enough.
you got the boys, you're a dude, probably, if based on my demographics, you've got the boys all huddled around. You need to get them hyped. You need to get them sloshed. You need to make sure that they're going to be on their A game. That creepy guy that you know, your best friend that's a creepy fuck, you need to make sure that he's on his A game and not creeping any bitches out. You need to make sure your dog, your boy that slays every single time doesn't slay too early, because then if he slays too early, the girls are going to want to leave. And you need to make sure your hype men, your guys that will make sure everybody's having a good time, are on point that night. So I think advertising, booze, for sure.
You got to have your
Ratio.
token girls to
Mindset.
invite, and you got to have your boys to back you up.
Yep.
You gotta have the hype man Gata, bro.
If you're going to a party and how to be successful at a party, I think is you want to go in there thinking that you're going to have fun and not be cool. Like, just do shit that you think is fun. And if you're a degenerate and you like setting shit on fire, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is go around, talk to people, and treat talking to people kind of like a social experiment. Like,
It's
just
a game.
say goofy ass shit and people will be about it because they're sloshed.
It's a game. Just keep the conversation going.
Exactly.
And you know what another big one is? Know
Don't
when to
stand in-
shut it down.
Know when to shut it down.
down. Because you don't want your party location to become compromised, especially if it's your place of living as well.
I'd say one of mine is keep moving. Like, don't stand around in one place. Like, it kind of coincides with what Brandon said. Don't stand in one place for too long talking to the same people, because one, you'll overstay your welcome with that group.
Yeah.
Two, it's a social setting, so you want to meet everybody that you can. Have fun with it, because if there's games and stuff like that, make your way to some game tables. Play some Pong, play some beer die, play some cornhole. Like, play games so that way you can interact with people that way. Because if you get good at a game, it'll attract some attention towards you.
True.
Parties are not like super formal, but you do still kind of have the expectation to be like a host.
You want to look your best too.
Go around,
Don't
shake your
dress like a
hands. Man.
degenerate.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Dress nice. Dress nice. You don't have to fucking wear a suit and tie, but like
Yeah,
wear a
nice
nice
casual.
shirt.
Nice casual.
Yeah. Or
I-
something you feel confident in.
Yeah,
make
you
a
definitely got to
listing.
be a good host. I like the idea of dabbing up everybody. Hey, it was good. Enjoy yourself. There's this over there,
yeah.
that over there.
Hug all the girls.
Straight to jungle juice. Hug. I mean, if you smell like shit, don't hug them, but like hug all the girls, introduce yourself to all of them. Nice eye contact. As far as like,
Act like you're
that.
interested.
yeah. A lot of times people will just say some dumb shit when they're drunk. Just pretend that you give a shit.
If you see
my
someone-
man.
How you doing?
you
And he's
see
like, my dog died. Fuck yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
Fun fact, my dog died.
Cheers, bro.
I'd say like
Cheers,
if you
love.
see someone bombing or something like that, don't just stand around and wait for catastrophe to happen. Like either get them out of there or try to save them from that
Be
situation.
proactive.
Pretty much.
Yeah, seriously. Number 1, make sure you give your creepy friend the pep talk. Number 2, keep your
Yes.
creepy friend just off people during the party. You have to have your eye on everyone. You have to know what all of your main people's party behavior is going to be and be able to moderate it.
Also,
Oh, yes.
if you're hanging out with somebody that just recently turned 21 and is a rookie at this whole partying and drinking thing, keep your eye on them. I've noticed that people that are first-time drinkers can either be super cool. Actually, the first 3 times that they get drunk, because the first time might have been a fluke. They actually didn't get that wasted, and then the second
don't
time
know.
they go balls to the wall, like, and they think that they can handle themselves. Anytime anybody's like, "Yeah, I can take 14 shots," fuck you. You're not 300 pounds. You're not drinking every single fucking day for 10 years. Make sure you keep an eye on those people.
Yeah, it's not a contest, everyone.
It's not. You're
I
trying to
did
have
it.
fun.
We all did it.
No.
We all went.
We're
balls
here
the
to have
wall.
fun.
It's like that
And
fucking
not-
Peter Griffin's Spider-Man thing. Everybody gets one.
It's not a fucking
Everybody gets
conquest.
Yeah, man.
What'd you say, Oliver?
It's not a motherfucking conquest, you know?
motherfucking conquest.
What? So, I think guys are noted as the worst people that are terrible at the women physiological fucking. Men don't know where the clit is. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
But-
classic joke on men.
But what is the worst time that a girl has had a terrible misunderstanding about what guys want? No names, because I don't want to piss anybody off.
I mean, first thing
Wait.
that comes to mind is the joystick.
I'll tell that story last. That was in my mind too.
Bro, I had someone literally.
It does nothing to do with anything. Just leave it alone, man.
I've had the worst version of that happen like recently. Like this chick was like trying to like please that area, and instead of doing the joystick, she did like the broken joystick where you go.
The Mario Party mini game where you have to do the analog stick
The
like
Mario
this.
Party.
Bro, yes, but like it was like
That is
it
wild.
just
sauce.
hurt so bad. And then by the
wax
end of
on.
it, and but like I did like end up finishing, but like the worst part about it was like at the end of it, I look down and it's just red. It's all red, and I'm like, this is gonna
This looks like a sore
fucking
thumb.
hurt. So like, if let the guy show you how to work himself, what works for him.
Wow.
And also, just again, I don't know a guy that this works for. Leave the pee hole alone. It's sensitive in a bad
I
way.
hate you, Brandon. I'd say
That's
another
the dick
one
is sensitive
is.
in a good way. The pee hole only is sensitive in a bad way.
I'd say one thing is like, if guys watch porn, but like, don't try to reenact everything you see in a porn. I've had someone try to do that, and like, it hurts really bad because one, you're not a professional. You haven't done this for a long time. These people are paid to be this good.
Paid
Like,
advertisement.
What was she doing?
Like, okay, so it was her first time riding. And I was like,
Go on.
it was her first time.
What are you
Riding.
doing?
Lotion. He puts the lotion on his skin.
My sentence. It was her first time riding, and she had seen, like, she had like requested that she try, and I was like, yeah, sure.
I love how
go
you're
ahead.
visualizing this. You're all leaned back and you're like,
Dude, I know. You're
Yeah.
living it right now.
But she was like, I want to try this, and I was like, okay, fine. Like, I was like, I'm assuming that you've tried it with other people, but like, just fuck it, let's go for it.
yeah.
And so then, like, you either think when it comes to riding, you think of cowgirl or reverse cowgirl. Like,
Those are
the two main ones that everybody knows. Nope, this bitch decides to sit sideways on my thing, and
Where's
it's
her
just like,
leg?
Did she kind of
Is
just
her
like
leg- is her
kneel
leg in your
over it?
mouth? Like, where's her leg? Like,
Yeah.
Her legs like
Her
choking
legs-
him out under his
she-
chin.
she split her legs on your mouth. Like,
Fucking foot on
if this is
chin.
me- So like, if this is me, she's laying like this on top, like sitting
She's
on top of
laying?
it. No, she's like
It's like
sitting.
that fucking
her,
TikTok where they're
I
like,
get it.
like her legs are going out, but like she's sitting up on it, and I'm like,
I
I
feel
was like, okay,
Good move.
what happens now? Because I've never seen this before. And she's like, don't worry, I got this. And she tries to like bounce and shit on it, and it just my thing is just like going like
Ow,
And-
ow, ow.
Will, don't. There's too many visuals in one story.
That could be a
His dick
possible
was like-
breaking situation.
my dick was hitting the fog.
It was in the fog, bro. It was in the fog. It was all
to the
foggy.
mist.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, like those are two of the worst things that have happened to me.
Fair enough. Two other members of the council.
It's really tough for me, bro. I don't really have a story.
You've never had a
maybe
girl
when, like,
mistreat your dick?
Have bad sex,
Maybe when
okay?
like she sucks you off and you don't come, but like
And she just leaves you with blue balls.
yeah.
Bro, those suck.
Gosh.
Dude, my worst story.
If only
Nothing
you
will
knew
ever
about
top
that.
the smelly vagina.
Oh, oh
Tell
no!
the
You had to
story.
say it.
Tell
You
it.
had to
Time.
say it.
The time she like tried to sit on my face and I almost puked.
Were you like gagging? Like what? Like tell
Yeah,
us the
she like
story.
asked me what's wrong. I'm like, what do you mean? Nothing.
What the fuck?
Like, what do you mean?
I thought you were talking about the squirter.
No, that is who he's talking
I had
about.
no issues with that.
Oh,
Pro tip: if
Did
you're
it
with
smell
a
bad?
squirter, like step the fuck away if you can.
It's so
Definitely a deal breaker.
Stop.
yeah.
dude,
I mean,
Oliver,
like,
you don't have one though?
not really, bro. I do not.
if your girl's coochie is musty every once in a while, you know, it happens. You know, they've got a lot to deal with down there, realistically. Like it's
Yeah, but,
definitely a
like,
thing.
Most times, it's not like if you're doing it most times,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm
it's
not.
not okay.
Fair enough.
I can't condone it.
Respectable tweets.
I can't take it.
So, I was talking to this girl, and her and I have
This
Uh,
isn't the boy in the striped pajamas story
no,
again.
no.
Pro tip: don't watch the boy in the striped pajamas for your first time.
So
Or-
it
program
really
on.
wasn't a problem the night before because we just kind of hooked up, and that was that. But the day after, when we woke up next to each other, she decided to get hot and frisky again.
Okay.
And she started off with some foreplay, which she did. I don't know if you've ever had a Wii nunchuck. It's like the little extension to the original Wii controller. But what she
Yeah.
did with my dick was this onto the tip. And it was, it felt like actual needles on my dick tip. It was the
That's
worst
what I'm
thing.
saying, man.
Was it
Bad
hard?
sensitive. Keyhole is bad sensitive.
Bad sensitive.
Bad sensitive.
Don't
Very
do
bad.
it. Avoid it.
Oh, so we call her the joystick from here on out. And that move is the joystick. So
It's
if
a
your
move
girl
that
ever
should
does
never
that,
be tried though. Just because
No.
it has a name, don't try it at home.
I mean, some people might be into it. Like some guys
Maybe.
like
Just like the
anal and
Dirty
shit.
Sanchez. Don't do that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not into poop play.
I always thought the Dirty Sanchez was more of like a fuck with your friends type thing than a sexual thing. But also, I would not have a friend that would do that to me.
Would you
They
guys
wouldn't be
pee
my
on a
friend
girl?
anymore, at least.
Would you guys pee on a girl?
No.
Why?
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
Why did me and Travis both say no immediately, and Oliver had to reiterate the question? Would I?
So one time I was playing Never Have I Ever, and it came to me. I said, "Never have I ever peed on someone, like peed in someone." Everyone was like, "Why is that the first thing you said?"
Why was it?
I don't know. I was.
Would you just fucking like piss your whole load inside of somebody?
I mean, according to Eric Cartman from South Park, that's how you have sex with somebody. You just stick your dick inside her and pee.
You kind of can't when there's two different tubes trying to,
the valve.
feel their way. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I think I would pee on a girl only if it was in the shower. She was like, pee on me. But if it's like in my bed, like I'm not fucking peeing on you, bitch.
Why would you pee on them, period?
I mean, if she's into it, like if this girl, I'm assuming that like her and I are just hooking up and she's like, no, it'd probably be like third or fourth time hooking up. She'd be like, pee on me. And I'd be like, I don't really want to. And she's like, but it's my thing. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do it.
She's into it. I'm out of it.
Yeah, I might reconsider our relationship after it. But like, if she's like a super dope girl, hot as fuck, like I don't care.
It's just like you're already here.
You're already here. Let's at least get it over with.
Wow.
Oliver, don't do that. That might turn on some of our viewers. We don't want that.
I hope not.
Dude, wait till we want bass guitar on the show.
Some tribute for Oliver to happen on the show.
Everybody has disagreed with me, but I still stand with the idea that I would be flattered with a cum tribute. I'm not saying do it. Don't do it. But I'd be flattered.
Ew.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously be a little part of me that, like, prideful.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, it is meant
to be. It is meant to be a compliment,
Yeah, it's meant to be a compliment, but still, it's kind of disgusting.
You kind of just have to go out of your way to do it.
Exactly, like somebody was thinking of me and thought to do something in honor of me.
Someone was thinking of me in a sexual way.
Well, no.
8% compliment.
In this situation, I don't think that they're necessarily like printing out a picture of you and nutting onto this picture.
Or they just print out the picture, they've had it for a while.
Well, I'm not thinking that they're jacking off to it. I'm thinking that they're like, I really like this person. I'm going to print out a picture of this guy, sit it next to me, get Pornhub, set it on my little tripod on my phone, get really close from the Pornhub and just nut on the picture. I assume that that's the scenario.
Yeah, it must be like, it's just their weird way of saying they fucks with me.
It's a weird way of saying they
fucks with me hard.
All right. So here's where I think I draw the line. This just came to my head. Do you know those kids that do like the My Little Pony cum tributes where they have the jar and they have the little My Little Pony toy inside of it, and every single time that they nut inside that jar, so now they have like a solidified candle wax thing inside of this jar.
Oliver's reaction.
So right now what you're looking at is me being absolutely laggy. My computer is not happy with my recording software right now, so hopefully the audio suffices. This issue will be fixed by the next episode. But anyway, guys, it's been the Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This has been episode 21. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you really want to throw us a topic or have a question that you want us to answer, email Dr. SpinShootImpress at gmail.com. It is at the top of your screen. It's been your boy, Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
And I'm Will.
Like I said earlier, thank you so much for watching. Very sorry about the issues. And we're out, guys. Oh, you just listened to The Real Sensitive Guys. Peace.
Love you all.